Guys, this is the cheapest DartZeel clone so far. It was only $415 and that includes shipping, and of course I used some sale coupons. I always buy those things during sales and I always use coupons. They are basically free. So still that's significantly less than D5 Pro. This is completely different build, way simpler, and it's done by, and repeat after me, ASYPDZSW. Guys, I cannot say that as a one word. I got that one as I wanted to see how good it can be scaled down, to see if that can be a best under $500 purchase when it comes to the sound quality. So you've seen the first look video some time ago, and now it's time for the full review video. Yes, I've finished my listening sessions and I wanted to share what I've heard. So let's talk some numbers first. Let's talk about the specification from the manufacturer. This is a stereo amplifier. It's based on a famous DartZeel NHB-108 design. It's supposed to deliver 100 watts per channel into 8 ohms according to the manufacturer. The gain of this amplifier is 26 decibels. Signal to noise ratio is 126 decibels. That's amazing. DNR, which is dynamic range, is 126 decibels also. Total harmonic distortion is amazingly low at 0.00086%, and THD plus noise is specified as 0.005%, which again is just amazing. The input impedance is specified as 22 kilo ohms. Now let's move to the build. You've seen that in the first look video, so I'll cover the most important bits. In the front of the amplifier we have a power switch and we have a small display with NHB-108 logo that lights up when the amplifier is powered on. On size of the amplifier we have quite large heatsinks, but it doesn't get very hot. In the contrary to the D5 Pro, this one runs cooler, way below 50 degrees centigrade. On the top plate we also have some additional venting holes. In the back of the amplifier we have one set of RCA inputs, one set of speaker tabs, and a power connector socket with integrated fuse compartment. As you can see, I got the version that's being manufactured for 250 volts as I'm in Europe, but you can also order a version that's for 115 volts, all according to the manufacturer. Inside of this guy, and let me move my camera a little. Inside we have a toroidal transformer. It doesn't have any kind of markings because that's basically under the shield. I cannot see any markings on the shield other than those, but I cannot decipher those. But according to the manufacturer, there is a toroidal transformer that's able to push up to 400 watts. These boards are supposed to be very close to the original DartZeel. According to the manufacturer, the only thing they've added is a DC servo that can be found in the front. But let's talk about DC block and the power caps. We have 8 BC V-shaped capacitors. Each one of them is rated for 10,000 microfarads. You can see the cables are routed quite neatly inside, and you can see that there's also a cable for the LEDs that are underlighting the logo in the front. Now give me a second, I'll pause the video and I'll rotate the amplifier to show you the actual amplifier board. Okay, so This is as close as I can reasonably get with my zoom to show you the whole board at once. And this is a DC server block using one 353 operational amplifier, single operational amplifier per channel. You can replace that with something faster and more precise as it's socketed. We have some German VIMA capacitors. We have transistor pairs. The second set is on the lower part of the board, and according to the manufacturer, it's using two pairs of MJL 3281A and MJL 1302A. That would be the large guys, and I think, yes, there is a description on the board for that, as you can see here and here. And we also have 8 pairs of 15052/15053, those smaller guys. So yes, 4 of them here, 4 of them at the bottom, and also 8 of them on the other amplifier on the other channel. Other than that, we have some electrolytes here. Let's check the manufacturers. Yeah, those guys are made by Panasonic, and those blue guys are HiFi capacitors, MKP capacitors. So that's basically it. The whole amplifier is very simple. Yeah, we have one additional board over here, the speaker protection board. That's what's that called? Yes, that's UPC 1257. I'm pretty sure you can see the marking on the board. And we have 2 Omron relays, and that's used to control and protect the speaker output. So all in all, it's a simple yet effective build. And it's also, as I've told you earlier, one of the cheapest builds, if not the cheapest build that I've got from AliExpress. Now, let's rotate that so it will be looking a little bit better. And let's talk about the sound quality. How does this compare to other DartZeel clones? So, let's start with the bass. The bass was the first thing that got my attention. It has one of the best blow extensions I've heard with the clones. It goes incredibly deep with real power. It's also super clean, allowing you to hear smaller bass lines in the back. It's weird to call it detailed, but it is. It has great texture with just the right amount of mid-bass. As with other DartZeel clones, it has a hint, just a hint of warmth, making low end nicely organic. That's the first class bass we are getting here for mere $415. Now, mid-range. Let's start with the vocals. My usual test track here, one of them, is This Is Halloween from the Tim Burton's soundtrack, Tim Burton's movie soundtrack, as there are tons of different voices, higher, lower, male, female, you name it. And they all got a very natural timbre, very good, very natural timbre with ease and clarity that are trademarks of all DartZeel clones. So yes, that's the DartZeel mid-range I loved in other clones. Smooth, detailed, but never dry. Now, let's talk about the treble. Treble is open, airy, full of light, again, all the traits of other DartZeel clones, but it's not bright or piercing. It's effortless, yes, it's extended, and it's very transparent. In general, all DartZeel clones that I've tested so far had that excellent smooth and open top end, and this one is not different. There is no sibilance, there is no shoutiness, there is no listening fatigue, but still it's very open and it's very transparent. So all in all, it has all of the traits of other DartZeel clones so far. But remember, this guy is just 100 watts per channel. Now let's talk about some technicalities. Starting with detail. I would dare to say that the detail here is on par with D5 Pro, and that means excellent. Yes, D9 Pro and T9.4 are better here, but this amplifier is right at the top with both of them and D5 Pro, but it's cheaper. All small nuances are here, all ambient sounds, all crowd sounds in live recordings are here too. This NHB-108 got through my detail-oriented test tracks with flying colors. Let's move to the scene and imaging. The imaging is very good and totally unexpected for the price I've paid for this amplifier. The scene is very wide, it's also very deep and it's also very tall, but that's not all. It's also full of air, with very precise locations for all instruments and excellent center image. The first surprise was the size of the scene, the depth. It has on top of that, and on top of that, you also get excellent imaging with precise, regular layering that reveals a lot of additional info about the things that are happening in the back. By the regular layers, I mean that the whole depth of the scene is divided into, let's say, regular intervals. With some other amplifiers, you may have a very deep scene, but sometimes most of the layers is concentrated in the front part of the scene, with some things happening down there in the back. With this amplifier, as with other DartZeel clones, the layers are separated in a regular way. So the scene comes in a very natural way with regular and good depth information. So all superlatives so far. Yeah. So imaging capabilities of this amplifier are way above its price level, right in the top 5 I've tested so far. It's crazy. Yes, before we get to the summary, a couple of words about comparison with other DartZeel clones. I would say in most areas this is on par with D5 Pro. In some areas, like bass control, the D5 Pro takes the lead because it's just more powerful. Obviously, D9 Pro and NHB-108, the other one, the larger one, are better when it comes to technicalities like detail, like size of the scene, like precision and boundaries of the images in the soundstage. But this guy is not far behind, and the price is way lower, especially compared to D9 Pro. D9 Pro is a powerful beast that will be able to drive even the most demanding speakers. But this guy with 100 watts per channel into 8 ohms is also no slouch. It was able to drive my Oatlons M10, that guys, and it was also able to drive my electrostats, my Martin Logan electrostats, which you can see just a part of one of them behind that black cover. So yes, it was able to properly drive all the speakers I've tested it with, and it's also the cheapest DartZeel clones. The other ones, yeah, they are better, but they're also more expensive. But I wanted to see how this one fits in the lower price brackets. So let's move to the summary. Now, that's an easy one. It sounds as good or almost as good as D5 Pro, but it's about $140 cheaper now that I look at the prices that I've paid for both of them. So for something like $400 shipped, this is a no-brainer, and it will land on the top of my recommendations list for that price bracket. In the mid, let's say the mid-range of the prices, this one will be the first one on my list, and that's the reason why I'm trying to push this review right now, because I'm hoping to have that while the 11th sales last. So if you're in the market for the amplifier like that, you'll be able to get one using coupons and using lower sale price. I wish it would be available in black, but the only color I saw is just the silver, and the silver is fine too. So yes, that won't be a long summary. If you are in the market for a power amplifier below $500 and want to try the clones world, just get that particular NHB-108 clone that I have here and thank me later. So I hope this review helped you in some way, and if it did, you're more than welcome to support my channel by buying me a beer using PayPal link that's in the video description down below, or YouTube super thanks button that's also below the video. All the links, all the necessary links in the video description, all my test system setup details in the video description, and I hope you enjoyed this little review. Subscribe for more and have a great day with your music, guys. See you next time.